Hello everyone, this is just a short video to follow up on my last video about this passage of January 9th through the 11th. It is January the 12th at 11:22 a.m. when I'm recording this video, my time. And I just wanted to follow up with what I'm really sensing so strongly right now, that we are actually at this threshold of the period between the 11th of January yesterday and the spring equinox, which I think I referred to in the last video. And this little window of time is absolutely the takeoff into all that's next, because everything is flowing back. All is being restored to its rightful place, including energies that have been for a very, very long time interfered with on this planet. It's not to say that from here forward there will not be any energetic nefarious activities. However, it is to say that something huge has happened, that this is a watershed moment, I believe, for humanity, and actually I would say even bigger than humanity. So this insight that's come through it's very multi-layered and multi-dimensional, and like a multi-word that I don't even know. Like it's really, really finely tuned orchestration that is certainly the great turning that we've been in the midst of, but it's also a real, like a period of like endings, beginnings, lots of crossover of the endings and beginnings, which no doubt you're feeling in your own life and work possibly, and certainly we are seeing collectively. But the kind of nuanced, I don't want to say it's brand new information, like, I haven't considered it before, it hasn't come through, but it's more the nuanced flavor, if you will, is that this is, on the one hand, the opportunity that so many of us that have been putting in the energy, I don't even want to say, it's not effort, it's the have been aligning to the highest good for all without much to show for it in terms of what's happening in the external. This is the point at which all begins to return. So our job, again, wrong word, not job, our opportunity, our privilege at this moment is to continue to stand steadfast and to hold the same energetic signature of openness and receptivity to the values that we have come to uphold for this planet. Reciprocity, freedom. You probably have your own, those are words that resonate with me. You probably have your own way of saying what that is. Might be kindness or compassion or mercy or justice or truth, or, yeah, that's the beauty of it, right? That we only hold what we hold, and without all of us holding what we hold, this would not have been possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you for whoever you are and whatever it is that you have held, because the world that was held is the world that will prevail from pretty soon forward. For us, from now forward, and we've been holding it. So I just feel such a sense of gratitude for all of you who I have not met, or at least very few of you have I met in real life, and even to some degree in terms of online have had, just minimal crossover and connections at various junctures with the vast majority of you I'm speaking to. And yes, I realize that the video will only be seen by purportedly 11 people or whatever, but I know energetically that you feel this. So thank you. I'm going to read a poem that I wrote. I'm going to stop the video and read that, because of all the poems that I've written, and there are many, I might put a link below just if you want to see them. They're the emotional ones. And I think at one point I posted them on this channel. They may still be here. But that specific chapter It's been 33 years for me in that specific chapter of my mission and purpose, or that aspect, that not the chapter. I don't want to say the chapter. Actually, there's more to come on that. But the aspect of my service in terms of my personal journey and being so forthcoming without being forthcoming in this tricky little way that I had to navigate is coming to a close. And I consider with the more particular and personal part of my journey, this poem to be the one that I will carry forward from here. And it is very much about the world that was held. So it's a beautiful time, and we shall see what comes next. The title of this poem is The World That Was Built, The World That Was Held, and it was written in 2021. In that higher aspect from which you lived for such a sliver of time, and to which I clung, dangling from the waning light of hope that in the fullness of time you would yet remember, there was the glimpse of golden. There was everything one could ever dream, a world pristine, love magnified, all things coming back to life. But even he alive in you chose to await your choice rather than to choose for you. How he held your heart, how I too loved you. All that was possible then as now, how the world shook with recognition of its purity. I wonder sometimes if it is not completely lost on you, having sealed yourself inside a tomb, which is nothing that he or I or any aligned with life would ever want for anything or anyone. But 10,000 echoes of my pleas for intervention and second resurrection were left unanswered, and your ringing ears seemed not to hear what your heart knew, but which you buried all the more. You chose 1,000,000 times over, then and now, here and there, construction, the meaning of which is to heap up, to devise, to form in the mind some better world you would offer, and for eons have worked to polish and present as truth. Rigid religiosity and spinning systems devoid of the true life you cast down, 12 stars from the crown scattered like stars that fell from the sky, you no longer desiring to belong to the love you are. Love has not languished. It has lived upon the land, rising up like smoke signals, clear messages left for you and all who followed, immaculate meaning you have, it seems, chosen again to disregard. Does this false constructed world now finally hold full sway in the way that you can no more reach the love alive in you, far beyond the construct of egoic rage born long ago, far away, and also close to here and now of the seed of rancid fear planted to control what would grow in a field of plenty? In the prism of the last tear, there was the world I held for the millennia, choosing then as now to remain with all that is true nature and not a manufacture. And so the realm of radiance begins. There is a rising, 4 words that were the last I ever spoke to you. In that time you so easily left behind, and all things you killed to construct the world as you would have it. Now again, I live them, walking with faith in the way he taught us to receive, and dare to dream that I might still believe.